If I traded it all, if I gave it.
Welcome back, everyone. I am excited about bringing on my next guest. She's also been on my show before. I have with me Deborah Olson, and she is the author of The Healing Power of Girlfriends. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, why you wrote this book, and what we're going to talk about today.
Thank you so much, Carol. It's great to be back with you today. Yes, The Healing Power of Girlfriends, my first book, was published in March on International Women's Day. And it's been out now since March. I've been on a book tour all over the United States and Mexico, getting ready to go to Florida next month in November. And this book is a culmination of my own experiences over the decades with my wonderful girlfriends. It's also a part of my work with women as an RN. My first career was in nursing, and so it is about my nursing career and the women that I worked with in OB/GYN. And then my career since then has been as a psychotherapist here in Houston in private practice. So the book also draws from some of my client stories that are in here anonymously. And then I did my own research. I sent out a questionnaire to women across the United States and gathered evidence about what women are looking for in their female friendships and what they get from those friendships. So I put a lot of those trends and those answers in the book, and then also did a lot of research about what is out there. What are the institutions across the country, the prestigious institutions, finding about the connections that we have with friends? What does that do for our health? And a lot of that data is in the book as well. My first career, like I said, was in nursing, so I have a lot of knowledge about women's health and about what women go through on an emotional level as well as a physical level through our lifespan, and then my decades now of working with women one-on-one in my private practice. So all of this together is rolled into this new book.
Well, I got to talk about it for a second. First of all, guys, sorry, we're not really talking about you right now. We are talking about women and their friends. But first I want to ask, what is the difference between male friendships with males, male and male, and women? Women
Carol,
to women.
Yes, they are different, and I don't claim to be an expert at all about guy friendships. I haven't really delved into that. I haven't done much research on that at all. But the little bit that I do know, women are wired by God to be in connection with their female friends. It's how our brains are wired. When we embrace that model, when we embrace how our brains have been designed to operate, we live our longest, best, and healthiest lives. Guys, on the other hand, their brains are different. They're different all the way around, and they work differently, and they actually don't need that strong connection with another person. They don't need their guy friends in the same way that women need their female friends. So we do know that we are very different in a gender way along those lines, and my research has really backed up what we're now finding in the prestigious institutions are doing their studies, and they're coming back and they're telling us, wow, this connection thing is something that's real. And we now know that women that really grab onto their female friendships as they go through losing a spouse or they go through trauma, that when we grab onto our girlfriends and we go through those hard times, the life's curveballs, they find all of us. Life's curveballs have certainly found me, and I've had a lot of them. And what has saved me through those rough waters are my girlfriends.
Well, I have to say, anyone that's a woman, you know how it is, and you know what you're like when you have your girlfriends. And even if you haven't talked to them in a long time, when they call again, what it just feels like, it just changes you. We have that. I don't know if it's their endorphins or whatever, but we're going to give away one book. Is that okay with you? We're going to open up the lines. I'd like to get everyone entered in to win one book. It's called The Healing Power of Girlfriends, How to Create Your Best Life Through Female Connection. The number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. And I'm going to let you call through the rest of the show for all of this. Let me ask you this. Since you've written the book, and since, what has been your biggest surprise since the book was published?
That is a great question, Carol. My biggest surprise has been the shock and awe that is out there with women coming up to me and sharing their personal stories. And they're just so eager to tell me how much they're just their lives have been so touched by their girlfriends going through these hardships. I had several people come up and share their stories of becoming new widows at young ages, and it was their girlfriends during that new widowhood that saved them, that literally kept them afloat. And so people are eager when I'm out there signing and selling books at different events. They're eager to come up and just do a one-on-one with me. They just want me to know that they have this story to share, and it backs up what's in my book, and that when they read my book, it really rang a chord with them. So that's been my biggest surprise, I guess, as I've traveled around been to California, Nebraska, Arizona. I've been to Mexico and Playa del Carmen. I've just been all over. And as I've gone to these different states, I have really found the trends are the same with women. Everybody has a story, but they're so similar. And it's the same thing, that their girlfriends are what really made the difference in their lives.
Now, the book is called The Healing Power of Girlfriends, How to Create Your Best Life Through Female Connection. You can get this at Amazon. Can you get it there as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on Amazon.com. It's also at Target. You can order it online at Target.com. And it's also at BarnesandNoble.com.
And you can also get it through me by getting entered in to win one. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. At the bottom here, I wanted to talk about this, that each chapter also includes a list of thought-provoking discussion questions that will help you further examine the heart and soul of your own friendships with women. Why did you put that in there?
Well, really, Carol, that is such a great question, and it's something that I do get asked when I travel around, and women want to know why I thought about adding those discussion questions at the back. And the reason I did that is because I wanted this book to really be a good candidate for women's book clubs, for even like a Bible study group. If women are in some kind of a spiritual group, sometimes women gather for kind of a spiritual group. And so any kind of a faith-based group, it's great for that. A Sunday school class in a church or synagogue, and also just basically any kind of a book club, book discussion, and the discussion questions being at the back of each chapter. And they are, like you said, very thought-provoking, and put a lot of time into those questions because I really wanted people to think about things they had never thought about before in terms of female friendship.
Well,
and
also, too, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just was going to say, and what I'm hearing is that those questions, they really do exactly that. They really bring out things that people had never before really examined.
Well, also too, though, I think it's really important to discuss things like this because it makes it neat. It's an interactive book now. That's the way I feel for it. I also want to bring out really important that it will help you that with people even avoid toxic friendships. And I have to say that there can be women that can be very toxic to other women, and you talk a little bit about that as well.
Yes, I do. That's a question that comes up a lot when I'm out there meeting and greeting women.
Sometimes us women can't be so nice. I don't know what it is about us.
That's true. That is true, Carol. Yeah, there's toxicity is something that we've all dealt with. And I just had a friend the other day, actually, that reached out to me, and she said, after reading your book, I just terminated a very long time friendship that has gotten more and more toxic over the years. And I just decided after reading your book, it was time to terminate that friendship. And she said, now I feel like this huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Well, sometimes we have to clean house.
We do. And it's a healthy thing. It really is. So I'm glad you brought up the toxic friendship because that is a popular question that I get a lot.
Now, again, the book is called The Healing Power of Girlfriends, How to Create Your Best Life Through Female Connection. You can get it on all of the different Barnes & Noble, Amazon, even Target. But you can also call in here. We've got everyone getting entered in to win one. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I want to ask you about the media opportunities. We only have about a minute. So what have some of them been that have helped you get the word out?
Oh, I've had some great media opportunities, both here in Houston and other places. Your show has been
my
amazing.
show too. Thank you.
Yes, especially your show. It's been awesome to be back here again tonight for the second time. I'm so thrilled and so honored. So I have done some radio shows, some podcasts, and I had the wonderful opportunity to be invited on a local TV show here in Houston on August 1st. It's called Great Day Houston, with the host is Deborah Duncan, and it was, like I say, August 1, that is a very important day for us girlfriends because that is National Girlfriends Day. So
how fun
on
is
National
that?
Girlfriends Day, I got to be on Great Day Houston with Deborah Duncan. She's amazing. I loved every second of being on her show, talking about my book, talking about female friendships. And if you'd like to see a clip of that show or any of the other things I have done, including your show, Carol, they're all on my website at GalleriaCounseling.com. I have a media link on there, and everything is on there, GalleriaCounseling.com. So go there, and you can see any of the shows that I've been on, any of the things that I've done.
It's GalleriaCounseling.com. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll talk further.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. We are talking with Deborah Olson, as she is the author of The Healing Power of Girlfriends. It's how to create your best life through female connection. And if you're listening to this, men, if you have a woman in your life in any way, that shape or form, get this book. It's a really cool book about women and their friendships and understanding them, and it's totally different than you guys out there. You can get the book at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, also Target. You can call me, get it entered in to win. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I want to talk a little bit about some of your events that you've got coming up. I got to talk about them. There's a lot of them, and they're going to be great. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Carol. Yes, I do have some events coming up that are going to be just so fun and fabulous. So I am going to Florida, like I mentioned before, in the month of November. I'm doing a couple events there in the Naples area and then up in the Tampa St. Pete area. And the information for both of those is on my website, GalleriaCounseling.com, under my book events link. So you can check those out. Two other really big things that I'm doing, and I'm so pumped about both of these. Next week, on Tuesday, November the 5th, I am doing a collaborative event with America's Got Talent superstar, Christina Wells. She is Houston's own. She is amazing. She has a powerhouse voice, and she and I are collaborating to do a little event at the Tasting Room in Uptown Park in downtown Houston from 6 to 8 p.m. Like I say, next Tuesday, November the 5th. Christine is going to sing. She's also going to share her life story and how to be empowered as a woman through all kinds of challenges. I am also going to sign and sell books. And I'm also going to give a presentation which will be a lot about the healing power of girlfriends and also empowerment issues for women. So they are selling tickets right now. You can go to my author, Deborah Olson, Facebook page. Again, author, Deborah Olson, Facebook page. There's a very nice link on there. It's a posting of Christina and I doing this event, and you just click on the link and it takes you right to Eventbrite where you can purchase your ticket. Don't miss it. If you're in the Houston area, next Tuesday, November 5th, it's going to be amazing. So that's one thing. The other thing is I am doing a seminar at sea. It's called The Healing Power of Girlfriends Seminar at Sea, and it is next March 2020. And we have early bird discount prices going on right now. The time to get a good deal is right now.
Well, what are you doing on it? What are you going to do on it? You say a seminar.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a lot of fun. Bring your girlfriends. There will be a lot of fun. But at the days at sea, we have 2 days where we are just at sea those days. And on those days, we have some great activities planned. We are going to get together our women's group that has signed up for this seminar. We're going to have all kinds of fun. I will be doing some presentations. I'll be talking about some things that are in the book. I will also be talking about some new material that nobody's heard yet. And we will be breaking down into small groups. We'll be talking about things that happen in girlfriends and our friendships and how to move through that. So there's going to be lots and lots of hands-on activities and things for us to get to know other people. And by the time the week is up, we're going to have lots of new girlfriends. So sign up as soon as you can. If you want to sign up with me, you can do that. You can also call our travel agent, who is the person of contact to actually reserve your cabin. Her name is Judy. And to book your cabin with Judy, you need to call 510-638-7181. Again, 510-638-7181. And Judy is happy to tell you what you need to put down for the deposit and to reserve your space today. Don't miss this.
I'm going to let everyone call me too for that. Yes. If you get the information, Go ahead.
I can give it to you, Carol, and if they call you, you will have all the information that they need.
Okay.
What I just want to emphasize is don't wait till March, because the time to get the discounts for early bird prices is now. We're running it till November 15th for the early bird stuff. So if you want to get this really, really good early bird discounts, the time is now.
You know, I also want to explain to people, too, that you are a licensed professional counselor, women's emotional health specialist. I think that's something important that people should hear, because, you know, it's not that you just wrote it because you have a bunch of friends. This is something that you do as this is your business. You are a counselor. And women's emotional health. Oh my God, us women, you know what we're like. Everyone that's sitting there listening, you know what we're like. You wrote the book again. I think you hit it on the head when you say this book is fabulous too for book clubs. If you have, whether you have it in your own homes, at synagogues, at churches, wherever you do it, schools. What a great way for girls to get together and kind of sort of read about themselves in a sense, right?
Yes, absolutely, all of that. And you're right to point out that this book, although I do mention some special girlfriends of my own and what they've contributed to my life in the book, but it goes way beyond that. And as a women's emotional health specialist, I have received advanced certification in women's emotional health. And so that is my specialty. That is where I have spent the last 2 decades of my life working in women's issues. I've also run women's support groups, women's therapy support groups. And so this book is coming out of the knowledge and the expertise that I have gained in this area. So yes, the book is beyond just my girlfriends. It is much, much more than that. And you're right. We women we're sometimes complicated. We have to kind of figure things out, and life can be bumpy. It can be tumultuous. And so we need girlfriends to ride that roller coaster of life with us. And this book will help you do that.
And again, the book is called The Healing Power of Girlfriends, How to Create Your Best Life Through Female Connection. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, also Target, but you can also call on here, and everyone's going to get entered in to win a copy. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. One of the, as I go through the different chapters here, how to make new friends. That, I think, and especially for older women, how do you feel about that when it's harder for women that are even older to make new friends, or young people who are always working? Talk about to us.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the most important pieces in the book, is the new friendship chapter. And the reason I put that in there is I get a lot of clients that will come into me and they are stuck. They don't have friends, and they've either moved to a new state or they're empty nesters, and their life situation has changed and they don't know how to get new friends, and they're lonely. So this book addresses that because it is a big problem. And what I say in the book about that is I give lots of actual tools and ideas about where to go to find new friends, what to get involved in. And
help us, because let me tell you something. When you're older, you've gone through a divorce, you're going through, like you said, the empty nest thing. You've just cleaned your closet with all your friends because you decided that some of them are toxic. Now you're sitting there and you are lonely. It's not a great feeling.
Exactly. It is not a great feeling, and it's not unique. There's a lot of lonely people out there. And so what I talk about in the book are some ways to actually put yourself out there, be a little vulnerable, risk a little bit and just put yourself out there. And some of the ways to do that are to join a new group. And I'm going to give you my own story real quick about that. I moved to a new area of Houston about 9 years ago, and all my friends are on the other side where I used to be, which is an hour away. Houston's huge and sprawling. So when I moved to my new place in the city, I work a lot, and I have family in the state, so I go visit kids and grandkids, so I'm not around a lot. But when I am, I'm not necessarily putting myself out there. And so I did this for years. My husband finally said, you need to find a new circle. You need to reach out and find some new groups. So one day on the Nextdoor app that we all are familiar with, there was a lady, and she put it out there. She said, I am a woman. I'm in my midlife, and I need friends. I'm very lonely. Is there any woman out there that'd like to get together for a glass of wine, have some dinner, go see a movie? Anybody out there? Within 20 minutes, that woman had over 200 people
new friends
responded. New friends. And they said, I'm in. I want to join. I'm here for you.
I bet you a lot of people can relate. I bet you a lot of people can relate, you guys out there. And, you do have to put yourself out. But here's the thing. Also, you guys, we all know women love women too. There's just something about it, and we do have a connection. You got to check out the book. It's The Healing Power of Girlfriends: How to Create Your Best Life Through Female Connection. Also, check out her website, which is GalleriaCounseling.com. You can go there and you can check out where all of her events that are happening. She's awesome. Check it out. It's GalleriaCounseling.com, or call in here and get entered in to win a book.
If I traded